Hi everyone, welcome to your weekend readings for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019 in the run-up to a lunar eclipse coming up next Tuesday as well. So busy times with Mercury retrograde as well. If you're feeling the energy of that, remember it's a time for reflection, to slow down, to pause, and you'll be okay in time, don't worry. And if it isn't affecting you, even better. It only should do if it corresponds to placements that you have at similar degrees in either cardinal or fixed placements that correspond to Mercury's transit through Leo and Cancer. So if you're here, don't be shy. Please say hi in the chat. Let me know how you're doing, how your week has been going. Hoping you're enjoying it for the most part. I'm going to start off in a moment pulling cards for the collective for this weekend, and I'll run through the 12 signs from Aries through to Pisces as usual. Please remember, if you're here, to like the video and to share the video if you're able. Just take the time to get yourself settled in. Take a few deep breaths. Let your back relax, let your shoulders drop. Hi Dee, it's wonderful to see you. It's been a little while since I've seen you on here. I hope you're doing well. So let's get a sense of where the collective is at this weekend, shall we? The collective picture for the 12th to the 14th of July. Hi Melody Melodical. Hi Amber. Hi Sujata. You should just pull over for the duration, Amber. You can resume your journey afterwards. I'm hoping it's good, Dee. I hope the developments are all good. It's nice to see friendly faces. I'm always so grateful for the wonderful warm atmosphere you all create on here as well. Okay, Dee. Well, I hope I can bring some guidance through for you that's going to help you then. Stay with it. Hi, Sarah. Okay. Hi, Kate. Yeah, okay. I mean, you're not alone, Dee, you put it that way, but okay, the energy, and it is the middle of a Mercury retrograde, as we know. So we know the kind of stuff that can go on. Remember, it's a time to pause, it's a time to reflect, to take your time over things and to do some inner work. Do some inner work at this time. You don't have to rush. Some people are trying to rush a bit. The Page of Swords is showing up in the conscious mind, trying to move forward, trying to understand what everything means. What does this mean? I need to achieve this. 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 I need to achieve. No, you don't. No, you don't. You've moved fast enough and you've done enough. And you might be rushing because you're avoiding dealing with something. The subconscious picture, 9 of Swords. So what are you avoiding? What are you avoiding at this time? This is all something that you need to be looking at this time. What are you avoiding? What are you not dealing with? Yes, we've moved quickly through a place of the Chariot, fast movement, success, triumph. But also, we've kept this armor on for some time. Kept this armor on, so we've stopped other people from getting close to us. And not only have we stopped other people from getting close to us, but we've stopped ourselves from getting inside to what we're dealing with. And now it's a time to go deep. Now it's a time to go inside, because you have all the answers that you're going to need there. The Hermit shows up in the present. some old fears, old patterns that need to be confronted, need to be felt into. You see, if you're experiencing some hostility from the outer world at the moment, with retrograde Mercury conjunct Mars in the early degrees of Leo, that's pushing you away from trying to push out too much. A need for some internal work, and that's where we're at collectively at the moment. It can't be full speed ahead all the way through. So this is where you find out where you're blocking yourself. Some things you can't control, they're external, but some things internally you absolutely can. And those are the things, those are the parts of ourselves that we've tried to repress, tried not to deal with. Maybe the fears that we haven't admitted to ourselves that we have at this time. That's the work for this weekend. So it's slow. It's slow. And I feel there can still be some good times in ones and twos and whatever, with friends, with family, but it needs to be low key, very, very low key. Don't push yourselves too hard, because when you do, you find you're putting the armor on again. You're putting the armor on, and so you're not connecting anyway, and maybe you get into a confrontation or more than one confrontation, and that's not going to help you. Slow it down. Slow it down, because it's a time to go internally at this time. That's going to make it easier to connect in time as well. As we move out of this period, we move into a place of the Three of Cups. Better times, more feely times. Doing the internal work is going to make it easier to connect with more people, to be in more joyful situations, to have a good time, to be able to have a more positive outlook even when things are trying. And this is very important, because we're all carrying each other through this. So it's not to deny any of the real difficulties or hardships or anything else, but through examining where we're blocking ourselves, where we're expecting or inviting more difficulties upon ourselves, we're going to be able to come out into a place of joy. The armor has to come off first. The armor we use to protect ourselves from ourselves too. Deep work needs to happen. It can't be full speed ahead. You're going to figure this out over time, over the next few weeks. Go easy on yourself, but don't avoid that inner work. That's the picture for the collective. Moving on now to the 12 signs from Aries through to Pisces. Hi to everyone just tuning in. Hi, Aliyah. Hi, Luck Inside. Hi, Cielo. So the pictures for Aries through to Pisces. We'll start with Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, using a new deck that I received today, which is the Santa Muerte Tarot. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Slow it down, everyone. Slow it down. You can be very reactive with Mercury retrograde conjunct Mars. Slow it down. Aries, for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019. You know, when I said it's not full speed ahead, the internal work isn't full speed ahead either, Aries. Okay, it's slow And it's patient so you don't get overwhelmed, so you don't close the doors to it. Patient examination and reflection with the Knight of Swords showing up in the conscious space. Some of you want to go straight in there, No, I'm going to do it all now. I'm going to sort myself out now. Oh no, it's hot. I'm burning. So slow, patient reflection. Journal, analyze, recognize patterns. It doesn't have to be completed overnight. What's guiding you subconsciously? It's the Six of Swords. I want to get done. I want to get out of here. But you are your own responsibility. Your internal process is your own responsibility. And it takes time. I know you're not always patient, Aries, but it takes time. And something else, you're in a stable place. 10 of Pentacles. You've built up a material basis, safety, stability. You're doing okay. You are doing okay. But despite doing okay, you're not emotionally satisfied. You're not emotionally fulfilled. 10 of Cups. You have the 10s coming up here. Told you wanted to rush to the end. You can't. Okay. So where is it that you need to focus your energy over time on your inner process, Aries? You can't fix it all at once, but you're not in a bad material place either. That's why the emotional work can begin. Where do you want to be a year down the line, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line? What can that emotional space look like? What would healing look like for you, Aries? That's what you can be examining at this time, patiently. Patiently, because you're not doing anything wrong. It just takes a bit of time. It's going to make you more and more stable. It absolutely is. That 10 of Pentacles is going to build for you. You're not about to lose everything. Your work has been rewarded. You're doing okay. Advice for you, 2 of Pentacles. In a material space, so now, look yourself in the eye. Look yourself in the eye. Give yourself credit for what you've achieved. Don't tear into yourself or anyone else, Aries, but don't tear into yourself. Don't run from yourself. Look yourself in the eye. Analyze what you like. Analyze what you don't like. And what you don't like, you need to learn to like, to love, to support, emotionally, materially, spiritually. It's very straightforward stuff, really. You can't charge in there, nor can you run away from yourself, not if you want to get where you need to be. 10 of Cups. Take your time. It's you with you, Aries. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019. Hi, Philippa. Hi, Ladybug. Thank you, Sajata. Yes, I am wearing clothes, everyone. Don't worry. It's not that kind of YouTube video. I don't have the 18+ filter on. Sorry. Hi, Rose Gold. Hi, Hakima. So Taurus. Breathe in, everyone. Get yourselves nicely settled. Feel into your heart space. Breathe in that love and breathe out that love. Yes, we're doing our inner work, but you can send love to everybody in the world who's ready to receive it. You'll feel a lot better when you do. Hi, Victoria. So Taurus. Let's get the sense of people being on edge, which is understandable, but let's calm ourselves, shall we? Wonderful. Okay. Big changes for you, Taurus. Really good changes. You are receiving some good news this weekend. Some of you are coming into some money. Some of you are getting an accolade or some recognition. But I feel celebration within you. I feel something coming off for you. Really, really positive. Really positive. And it's something that you have pushed for, worked for, manifested. So celebrate. Celebrate, but also show some gratitude. I feel like wherever this success has come from, and it has been your own work, you've still received what feels like divine assistance. So show some gratitude and act in that way, whatever that looks like. If you've come into money, give some of it away to somebody in need. If you've worked with a particular deity or any other figure, give an offering. And give yourself credit, but you're going to have to build on this. You're going to have to build on this. So we have Santa Muerte in your conscious space. Recognition of what you've achieved, but recognition that you haven't done it alone. You've been supported divinely. Subconscious, Ace of Cups. Genuine joy. Genuine joy, so feel it. Feel that joy, Taurus. You're allowed to feel joy. You're allowed to feel happy. Don't be so stubborn that you deny yourself that. But show some gratitude as well. Your situation, the Magician. You did this. It is your work. You pulled it off. Really successful time for you. And you could go on to do more. But you're the Magician. You're not a master just yet. Plenty more to learn. Page of Swords. Plenty to teach as well. I feel some of you supporting people. So some of you have achieved something and now it's time to give something back. And maybe you're going to do some mentoring or some teaching or some guidance or something similar, Taurus. That's what they're giving me for you to do. So this can be somebody who you're taking on and guiding, somebody who can learn from you, and therefore somebody who takes some responsibility for. You need that. You need that. You need to be looking out for someone else. You need to be helping someone else, helping them along, passing on some knowledge, some guidance. It can be very healing for you. Three of Swords. I feel like for some of you Tauruses, you've avoided being in like mentoring, guidance, teaching roles. Oh, it's too much, too hard. Oh, I don't want that. There's a wound there. So I mentioned we're reflecting, doing deep work. What blocks you from taking on that role in relation to other people, Taurus? What blocks you from being someone's guide, their mentor, their teacher? Oh, I don't want that. I'm not good. No, it's too much. It's stressful. I feel like you will gain enormously from that kind of work at this time, Taurus. Absolutely well. So that's the direction for you to go in. Celebrate your successes. Recognize where you've received assistance, including if it's from above. Show some gratitude, but pay it forward in practice in that way as well. I hope that makes sense for you, Taurus. The next sign is going to be Gemini. Thank you so much, Rose Gold. Hi, Tara. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019. Gemini. Okay. It's not like you to be scared of new experiences, Gemini. Doing new things, learning new things, going new places. You're an inquisitive learning sign. But this weekend, somebody wants to take you somewhere, get to know you, show you something new, something different. Maybe you get an opportunity to attend something that's new to you. You're holding back from it. You're holding back from it. Four of Wands. Oh, I've done enough. Don't need to do more. Happy where I am. Look what I built for myself. It's beautiful. I'll stop here. You might push somebody away. You might act a little coldly as well. You have the King of Swords in your subconscious. Yeah, you're a learning sign, but maybe you're being a little too bit rational, a little too bit in the mental space, Gemini. Because a bit of passion got you here as well, Four of Wands. Fire has got you here. Don't forget that. You need that about you as well. See, situation, the moon. Something stirred up inside of you by this opportunity, by this person wanting to show you something, teach you something, meet you, take you somewhere, something like that. It's reflecting something. It's reflecting some avoidance, sense of inadequacy. Coming up with every reason under the sun not to do something because you've told yourself that's who you are, that's what you do, so you're restricting yourself here. So you get the Hermit as your challenge as well. I don't feel that means avoid doing this weekend. I feel it means do this weekend so you can get to know the part of yourself that's different in practice, that learns from doing things. You do learn from doing things, Gemini. You don't have to soak up every bit of information first. You can learn from doing things as well. Somebody is offering you a helping hand. Ace of Pentacles. They're offering you a helping hand. You can trust them, and in doing so, you'll learn more about yourself in practice than just getting all in your head and going round and round and going, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't do that. That's not who I am. But. Be open to it this weekend, Gemini. Be open to it, because you can build on that Four of Wands. You can feel more alive, more invigorated, more passionate than this. Keep going. Keep going. You do it in a learning way. It's teaching you something about yourself. So you're a sign that needs to be saying yes this weekend, Gemini. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019. Cancer. Cancer. Okay. Okay, Cancer. Okay. Being a bit too serious, Cancer. A bit too serious. And I mentioned there's work to do, and there is, and it's inner work, but you don't have to be so serious about it at this time. I feel like your feelings are dragging you down a bit, maybe a lot. You need to step out of it this weekend. And again, still in the work, Hermit, collective picture, but talk to someone. Talk to someone, because you're getting deep in your feelings, but you're not doing much with them. Might be brooding. And that's okay for a time, but not when it continues, perpetuates, so it's all you do. Ace of Pentacles is where you're coming in. And it may be where you're sticking on the one thing that happened or that went wrong. And now you're interpreting everything through that lens. Eight of Pentacles in your conscious mind. I've got to push on through this alone. I've got to push on through this alone. No, you don't. No, you don't. Subconscious. Queen of Cups. Really deep in your feelings. Oh, this is bad. I'm going to stay feeling bad. This feels familiar. I know what this is. Or you could reach out. And I don't feel like you even need to reach out for emotional support. If anything, you can reach out and offer emotional support to other people because your heart wants to do that. It wants to help other people. You're good at that. If you can't do it for yourself right now, you can do it for them and it will lift you. It will lift you. Page of Wands. It will make things more light-hearted for you. Much more easy to deal with. A bit lighter up there, a bit freer, a better angle from which to approach yourself in time. Page of Swords. So 2 things for you to be doing. Communicate with someone else. Make it light-hearted. Offer them some support. Lift them, they'll lift you. Page of Swords. When you are in your feelings, write them down. Write them down. Get them out. Out, 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 out. You can analyze them over time, and maybe a bit later when you come back to them and you learn something, you move your process along. There's a risk of wallowing. That's why you need to be reaching out at this time. It's also why you need to be writing your feelings down so as you're not lugging them around or obsessing about them. That's how you'll actually move forward with the Eight of Pentacles. And what's more, you move into a more heart-centered place that isn't just about what went wrong. gaining deeper understanding, access to the fuller range of feelings. Then you can move off the Ace of Pentacles. Start taking on other things beyond that. Slowly, slowly, but you'll get there that way. I hope that makes sense for you, Cancer. And thank you so, so much for that, Vicky. That's really generous and it's hugely appreciated. The next sign is going to be Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019. You have an opinion on what everyone else should be doing at the moment, Leo, and certainly this weekend. I feel you giving advice, maybe orders, instructions, but it's like, no, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. I don't know if you're organizing a team of people or if this is just the people in your life, but you're doling out the advice, the guidance, the instructions. Not a bad thing, so long as you're moving yourself forward as well and it's not avoidance. You might be a little avoidant of your difficulties at this time, Leo. What's driving you consciously? Six of Swords. A lot of swords because Mercury's in retrograde. Get used to the swords. Dealing with the mental realms and what lies behind them at this time. This is like, this book is, I feel it's like the list of instructions that you're giving to people, your ready-made solutions for them. Not a bad thing, so long as it's heartfelt. You see what's underpinning it. Three of Swords. So you're avoiding something as well. That's okay, so's everyone at the moment, okay? So this isn't personal. What are you avoiding? What are you trying to sustain yourself through being able to direct other people's lives? Because that's not going to hold up and that's not going to work. Connect on a more even basis. I feel like you want to move forward really fast if you can. Eight of Wands. Maybe you have moved forward really fast. You can't keep moving forward that fast because you'll burn out at times. And if you're moving forward with people, you've got to take them with you. And that means doing your part, but not taking over their lives either. It has to be more balanced than that. And it's okay to slow down a bit. Seven of Pentacles. So I haven't seen the Seven of Pentacles before, so I'm just going to look at it briefly. And yeah, moving the little abacus beads around. You go here, you go here, you go here, you go here, then it all fits together. Okay. Okay. Good at telling everyone else where they should be what they should be doing. Excellent. Make sure you're tending to yourself as well, Leo. Three of Pentacles. Your own work. Make sure you're watering your own garden. You tell everyone else what to do, but you have to do your own work as well. You have to give yourself the ability to flourish in the future. That requires careful attention to yourself, to your needs, to any area of your life or yourself that you have left a little bit neglected. Then it can all move forward much faster for much longer. The success can be more enduring. Just ensure that you're not missing anything or neglecting any part of yourself. I hope that makes sense for you, Leo. The next sign is going to be Virgo. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019. Okay, Virgo. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Not too bad. I mean, the Hermit showed up as the main card for the current situation for the collective, and that is your card, Virgo. That is your energy. So you're actually quite skilled at that. Sometimes you know yourself a bit too well. But you're also really harsh on yourself. Really harsh on yourself, Virgo. Why haven't I done that? Why haven't I achieved that? What are you going to do that for? It's time to see the good in yourself, Virgo. Time to see the good in yourself. In your mind, Page of Cups. Maybe you're coming around and seeing the good in other people, the beauty in other people. But see it in yourself as well. Take a good look. Celebrate yourself. 6 of Wands. Celebrate yourself, who you are, what you've achieved. And what's more, be with other people at this time, Virgo. I'll do it all by myself. Knight of Wands. You don't have to do it all by yourself at all. You have to be harsh on yourself if things take a little while either, because you're quite diligent. You're good with that. But be with other people. In time, you'll figure out how you fit with them. What's holding you back? 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands. You're guarded because you want to see it all mapped out in advance. You want to map it all out in advance, but you can't map it all out in advance because things are subject to change and interaction, other people's intervention. A learning process. You have an idea of where you want to go, and that's good. But you can also change your approach over time. You're a mutable sign. You're good at changing your approach in relation to external stimuli. You know where you want to go, that's fine. Be with other people, connect with them, see where that takes you to. Don't rule out changes in that direction. I feel like there's somebody who can help you as well. There's somebody who can show you a bit of encouragement, warmth, direction. This could be someone who comes in again as like a guide or a teacher. Somebody who will put their arm around you potentially. Encourage you to see the best in yourself as well. Shows up as the King of Wands, fire sign energy. Could be Aries, could be Leo, could be Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising. Somebody who will point you in the right direction. Be open to them, but more importantly, be open to yourself, Virgo, to the good in you, to the things you've achieved, and to the joy that you can actually find in connection with other people. Lot to celebrate for you. So focus on that as well. I hope that makes sense for you. Hi, Stony. The next sign is going to be Libra. Hi, LV. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019. Libra. Okay, Libra. Hi, Kate. You want to push forward, Libra. You want to push forward, and yet you're hesitant. There's this wave of unconfidence coming about for you, Libra. So it's sort of like, no, I don't want to do that. I can't do that. And you might be conjuring reasons to avoid something at this time. And then giving yourself a hard time for it as well. Oh, everyone else is going quickly. Everyone else is doing really well. Why aren't I? Or maybe things have gone really quickly for you and now they've slowed down. And you're giving yourself a hard time as well. Oh, I thought I was good, but actually I'm not. Judging yourself a bit too much by other people's opinions and reactions to you. You've got to do a bit for yourself as well, Libra. You have the Chariot showing up in your conscious mind. I feel you're feeling inferior to some people, doing yourself a disservice because you're not here to compare yourself to other people. You compare yourself to your best self and nobody else. Do yourself some justice. Here's your card, Libra, justice in your subconscious. And what's happening? Are you allowing things to be balanced? Or are you wielding this scythe and ready to slice away at yourself with it? And why is that? Why is that, Libra? Where does that come from? Where does that come from? Remember the work of the time. Where does that come from? Reflect and find out. Not to tear into yourself, just to find out. Carefully does it. Two of Swords. You don't have to plunge in. It's more sophisticated than that. Your challenge is the Eight of Cups. You're going through this avoidant phase. I don't want to go and do that. Don't feel good enough. I'm going to turn that opportunity down. Not going to see that person. Why? Why? They want your company, Libra. They want you involved. You are good enough. You'll learn from doing the right things. No, you can't do everything at once. And if you try to, you're going to tear into yourself again because that's not realistic or fair to you. Do yourself justice. You'll move forward at your own speed. Each doing their own thing, bringing their own thing, not having to be the same as the other. Advice for you. 5 of Pentacles. Time of change. Time of transition. Time to learn new things, do new things, break the habits, break the mold. Don't push yourself too hard. Say yes when you can. And when you feel yourself about to say no to the outside world, take the time to recognize where that is coming from. Because you do fit. You do fit as you. Okay? Guided by justice, guided by balance, guided by karma, by ma'at. Universal laws, okay? Give a good account of yourself. Give yourself a chance. Give life a chance. And it will help you. Move you on to somewhere better. I hope that makes sense for you, Libra. The next sign is going to be Scorpio. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019. First card jumped for you, Scorpio. On our way. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. This is not in medical terms, okay? Just to be clear, this is not in medical terms. However, mood swings much, Scorpio? Mood swings much? You are going from up and celebrating to down and it's awful, up and celebrating to down and it's awful, and this needs to be slowed down a bit. This needs to be slowed down a bit. Everything's great or it's terrible, or it's great or it's terrible, but there's no balance or in between for you at the moment. The Lovers in your conscious mind can't decide which it is, so you're going from extreme to extreme rather than finding what is in the middle, the key that will unlock things and stabilize you. Now, why is that? Why is that? Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. All or nothing, I feel, is what you're going for. Everything has to be great. And if not, it's shit. Or it's great. Or it's shit. Or it's great. Or it's shit. Or it's great. Or it's shit. And when it's shit, you want to walk away. 8 of Cups. Because it's so bad. So awful. But when it's great, you're right in there and invigorated and ready to go. 5 of Wands. The Chariot. Also means, incidentally, with the 5 of Wands, you might be a bit volatile. So, where does that come from, Scorpio? Where does that come from? Because you need to come back to yourself just a bit. Just a bit. Because it's neither extreme, and you know it's neither extreme. I don't have to tell you that. Catch yourself in that pattern. I feel like you have energy that you can really harness to direct yourself, but not if you're sabotaging yourself by placing all these expectations on yourself or on the outside world. You can manifest, but you do it in time with the Nine of Cups. And you need to take responsibility and account for yourself as well. Decide what you truly want. Because with the Lovers and the Nine of Cups, you're in a good place to get it. But make that decision and then work with it over time. Recognize where you're self-sabotaging, because you can unpick that, Scorpio. It's going to help you. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Sagittarius. Hi Dee. I personally, when I'm doing astrological readings, I use the Western system. So I use the tropical zodiac. However, I've also had excellent readings using the Vedic system or Jyotish, using sidereal astrology. Ultimately, from where I am, I feel they have slightly different complexions, may give slightly different angles, but ultimately, all forms of astrology, all forms of divination, tarot, psychic work, channeling, all the clairs, scrying, everything else ultimately is pointing you to the same place. So I use the Western system of astrology because that's what I've learned. And I call it the Western system, but it's Babylonian, which is, you know, not really Europe. So, and the West, which is a horrible term anyway, refers to Europe and then to North America. I use the tropical zodiac. That's the easiest way to put it. And it's a way that doesn't then center Europe and North America, which has all kinds of white supremacist connotations anyway. So yeah, sorry if that's a bit of a ramble, but yeah, I use the tropical zodiac, but they're all valid, and whichever one you're most familiar with, that'll probably speak to you in these readings. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019. There is no east, there is no west, the globe's round, basically. Concept of a west is, I know I'm going off on one here, but the concept of there being a west and therefore an east is derived from Europeans drawing the maps and then subjugating the rest of the world, as we all know, and therefore this weird situation is created in that sense. It's quite Eurocentric, unsurprisingly. But that's an aside. It's just, yeah, I mean, these terms are in common usage, but it's also time that we all worked out better ones. Sagittarius, what have we got for you? Okay. You want it now, don't you, Sagittarius? Whatever it is that you desire, that you want to manifest, bring to you. You're like, I want it now. I want it now. I'm not waiting. I want it now. Want your success. Want your treasure now. King of Pentacles. Want everything in place in a nice little box so you can point to it. All done. I know where I am. I know where I am. You also know deep down that's not possible, and you've got more to do and more to learn and more to plan. Knight of Pentacles in your subconscious. So you can't be there just yet. But oh, do you want to be Two of Wands? Give me it now. Give me it now or I'll shoot you. Give me it now, give me it now, give me it now, give me it now. Calm down, okay? You are putting pressure on the situation, pressure on yourself. Like, your blood is pumping fast. It's pumping hot. I can feel it right here in my arms at the moment. So, breathe, Sagittarius. For your own sake, breathe and settle into where you are, because this is a process. It's not a race. Take a step back. Think it through. You do have stuff to plan with the Knight of Pentacles. You absolutely do. You can be a King of Pentacles at some stage, but not yet. Not yet. You've not achieved mastery yet. It's not all done yet, and that's okay. It's okay, but you can't threaten the universe into making it go fast because it doesn't respond well to that. You have to work with the energies and flow with them. Queen of Swords is your advice. Keep a cool head. Keep a cool head. Take the time to think it through. If you catch your emotions pushing on you, such that you kick off at yourself or anyone else because you want all of this neatly done now, you're going to do yourself harm. You're going to do yourself harm. And you're wiser than that. You're better than that. You're more mature than that. You have to look at this as the big picture, as the long game. That's the wisdom that you do have, and you will achieve all you want to materially in time, Sagittarius, but it can't be rushed. You will make a mistake, and what's more, it will just get really hot for you, really heated for you, and it won't do you any good. You'll get there in time. For now, keep a cool head. Keep a cool head. Analyze the patterns that force you to push so hard, be so demanding on yourself and everything else, because it's unnecessary. You're okay. You're doing good. I hope that makes sense for you, Sagittarius. Thank you, Philippa. The next sign is going to be Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019. It's a long, hot summer, everyone. Unless you're in the Southern Hemisphere, in which case it's a cool winter, but Capricorn. And don't burn yourselves out when there's an eclipse coming either. Okay. I think most people are different signs in Vedic from Western. Generally speaking, when you look at your Vedic chart and look at the signs, a lot of your placements will be one sign earlier because it rotates back about 20 to 24 degrees for most people. Now, the reason for that is that the Vedic systems, Jyotish uses the sidereal zodiac, which is based on the actual positions of the stars in the night sky. Whereas the tropical zodiac is based on the precession of the equinoxes over time. So it's based on where the stars were when the Babylonians developed that system at that time. But both systems are equally valid. Now, Capricorn, did you say something in haste that you regretted? And if not, you might be doing so over this weekend. Be very careful. I literally felt a choking here, and it felt like choking on one's own words. Don't be so keen to get the last word or the first word in that you say something you regret, Capricorn. Is the sense that I get. You might go riding in, and cost yourself. Okay? You have the Hierophant showing up. All that wisdom that you carry, and you are old and wise, Capricorn, there's no doubt about it. You're the oldest, wisest sign. But use it wisely. Use it wisely. You see, you've got this big push to push forward by yourself if necessary against all oncomers, the Chariot. Careful, 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 careful. You see, you feel like someone's threatening you or something is going to threaten you. And so, 8 of Swords, you want out of that. They're pointing at you. Better get my shots in first. Knight of Wands. What happens then? 10 of Swords. Sabotage. Self-sabotage, Capricorn. Be careful. Be careful. If you catch yourself flying in quickly, catch yourself, pull yourself back. You have the wisdom for that as well. You absolutely do. Doesn't mean taking any shit or disrespect, but nor does it mean flying into a fight or a rage because you need to. Slow it down, give it a chance. Okay? Important advice for you. What's motivating you then? Because we're doing inner work this weekend. What's motivating you? What's driving you to fly off the handle, fly in there, quick, 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 quick? Come back. Come back to yourself. Slow it down, and it will avoid a more troubling situation for you. I hope that makes sense for you, Capricorn. That's okay. I would say the answer is whichever one resonates with you the most. There's no one good system. These systems are equally valid. They developed in parallel. They can shed light in slightly different ways, but ultimately they contain the same information. I resonate more with the tropical zodiac, but then I've studied the tropical zodiac. So that kind of makes sense. In the tropical zodiac, I'm very, very air, and I resonate with that a lot. In the sidereal zodiac, I'm very, very earth, and it's an element I need to get in touch with more. So there's work for me to do there. They both give useful and valid information. Don't overthink it. These are man-made tools. The stars give a reflection of who you are. They don't ever dictate to you either. Very, very important with astrology. The stars don't dictate anything to you. They are a reflection of you. They are a guide for you to analyze yourself, your inner world, and your external world. And they give you an idea of what energies and energetic influences you might be working with at any given time. But don't ever give your power away. It's a man-made system. Whereas you're a spiritual being. So use them. Use these things. But don't see them as dictating to you, because they never do. The next sign is going to be Aquarius, I think. Is Aquarius next, isn't it? Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 12th to the 14th of July 2019. Thank you so much for all your support, Rose Gold. It means a huge amount to me. Mm-hmm. Your heart's swelling, Aquarius. Your heart is swelling. You're feeling this burst of warmth towards someone or something. You don't normally allow yourself to feel a burst of warmth towards someone or something, do you, Aquarius? Not often. You like to be more aloof, more withdrawn, restrained than that. But with the Queen of Cups, you're feeling it. You're feeling it, and it's taking you towards someone or something. Strong draw, strong pull. Maybe out of the blue, the Tower is your situation. Is it earth-shattering? Maybe. Maybe. Do you have to act on it immediately? Maybe. Maybe. Do you want to? Deep down, you don't. Three of Pentacles. Don't want to compromise your stability. Don't want to compromise your normal way of doing things. Except your feelings are going, yes. Yes, I do want to do that. I want to go there. But it makes me really uncomfortable. I'm going to avoid it. I'm trying to get to grips with this Tower now, because again, this is new deck to me. Follow it. Choose what direction you want to go in. It bothers you, doesn't it? It bothers you because you can't quite see where it's going to lead. Hanged Man. It's your challenge. I don't know where it's going to lead. Bit hazy. Bit feelingy for me. Yeah, it is. It is. What if I do this and there's no turning back and it ruins everything? Okay. Okay. It's just a step, Aquarius, a step towards something that you're drawn to. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Maybe it will last, maybe it won't. But your advice is the Knight of Wands. If you're drawn to it, go for it. Break that process that tells you you can't, or you shouldn't, or you're wrong to, or what if. Just go for it. See how it goes. I don't feel it is as earth-shattering as the Tower suggests, by the way. I feel your stability absolutely is there. But allow yourself to go after what you desire as well. It's coming up. And whilst you're at it, You can identify what process within you stops you from going from the things that you desire. I hope that makes sense for you, Aquarius. The final sign is going to be Pisces. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. You didn't distract me. I'm really happy to engage and talk about this stuff. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising for the 12th to the 14th of July, 2019. Pisces. Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Your progress got slowed, Pisces. Your progress got slowed. Things were going well, and then something got in the way. Something got in the way, and now you're getting a bit down because your progress got slowed. I was doing this and this, and it was going nicely, and now there's a spanner in the works. Some sort of restriction or frustration. So your progress can't keep going at the same rate. And you might get quite down about that, might get quite sad about that. But it's not a time to give up, Pisces. It is just a time to slow down and reflect, and that includes reflecting upon your process. With the Queen of Pentacles, you want to keep going, keep moving forward, building stuff up, putting everything into place, bit by bit, step by step. I've got all the tools. I want to do stuff. But you can't. You can't. It's slowed down. Knight of Pentacles. Back to the planning stage, rethinking a couple of things, but also recognizing what you've achieved, so it's okay. Underpinning it. Four of Swords. Here's a tendency here. Giving up on stuff too early. Oh, it's gone wrong. I'll just nail that coffin shut and go and do something else. You don't need to. You don't need to. Yes, it's going slowly, Seven of Pentacles. It's going to take time. A bit of analysing. Maybe an adjustment. Can't go as fast as you would like it to. But you were moving forward. Things were going okay. So pause. Don't have to make a decision. Pause, come back to yourself and reflect. High Priestess, reflect upon yourself, how well you've been doing, how you respond to frustration and obstacles, your process, but mostly come back to you. Parts of you that you struggle with. Show them some love, caring, understanding, because they're all parts of you and you're going to do them going forward. Yes, it's a bit frustrating, but it's a time to reflect. I hope that makes sense for you, Pisces. And that is all 12 signs. Please remember to like and share the video, everyone, and to subscribe and enable notifications. I have time to pull cards. I have time to pull cards for a couple of people now. If you have a question, please pop it in the live chat, and I will see which of you I am drawn to. If you would like a much more detailed personal analysis, If you would like me to help you through any area of life, with guidance, with psychic readings, with tarot, my details to book a reading are just in the box below. You can also book astrological readings there. If you'd like to leave me a donation, help to support me to keep doing this kind of work, my PayPal details are also just in the box below. Let me see who has a question. Fatima is asking for a general card. Okay, Fatima, let me have a look for you with what you're dealing with. You don't have to rush, Fatima. You don't have to rush. I see the Two of Wands showing up for you. Eagerness to get going. Eagerness to get going, and there's something you're working to free yourself from. But that's a process. It's not going to happen overnight, and you will get there. Page of Swords shows up for you. So take the time. Feel this one out. Try a few things. See where it leads. Keep analyzing. Keep testing. Keep moving forward bit by bit. But analyze all the way, because you may need to adjust your plans a little bit. The World is your final card. So your sights are set high. You're going to get somewhere really, really good. You're going to get there. It might need some adjustment along the way. Sajata, I can't do a health reading on a live video, unfortunately. D is asking, could I have a message from Spirit about if I'll find a home before the 31st? Okay, D. The answer's complicated. You're going to find somewhere permanent, but not that quickly. You're going to need to put some sort of stopgap in place. This might be staying with friends, staying with family, or something similar, but you need a temporary solution for now. You want the home that you build your life on. I have the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands showing up. So you want this in place. I can see that. The Three of Swords, I don't feel it can happen just yet, although you should keep looking. Temperance, it's going to take a bit longer. It's going to take a bit longer. And so you need to put some plans in place for now. You need to put some plans in place for now. After doing that, things should come about. But I don't feel a quick solution. So you need a stopgap or something in place to keep you going. I hope that makes sense for you. Melody Melodical, how can I build confidence in myself? Yeah, I mean, when I say I can't do health reading on life, that's not but being harsh or whatever. It's that it breaks the law, unfortunately. So am I going to do that on YouTube? No, I'm not. I'm happy to put a general card for your health. I just can't tell you about operations. General picture for your health. It's a bit volatile. Five of Wands, you've mentioned that. It's a bit volatile. Ace of Swords, keep a cool head over this. Don't be provoked at this time. Six of Swords. If there is a solution, and I feel there is, it's further afield potentially. You might want to look for a doctor or a surgeon further afield than you currently are. I feel you'll find them. You'd be welcome, Dee, except my flat is tiny and on a different continent from you. I feel that if you can afford the airfare, you're best off spending that, you know, on somewhere short term, on an Airbnb or even on a motel room or whatever else suits you. There was one more question that I saw. It was melody, melodical. How can I build confidence in myself? How can I build confidence in myself? Okay, pull 4 cards for you, Melody. If something is going wrong or you feel threatened, you're quite quick to withdraw from it. If someone criticizes you, I feel like you get pulled in quite easily. Takes you off your game, off your rhythm, can knock you off your feet. 8 of Cups. You have Santa Muerte showing up as well. So I feel that ask for protection, ask for help from higher, but ask for help to stay the course. 7 of Wands. Occupy the high ground. Don't let other people's sniping get at you. Ace of Wands. Stay in your own power and be prepared to go your own way when you need to. I hope that helps you. Rose Gold. Zelda, may I have 1 card pull for me, please? Will my ex-husband come back on Saturday, along with my son, reconciliation, marriage, and we live happily ever after? Thank you. Let me have a look at what you're dealing with, Rose Gold. I feel there'll be a meeting. I feel there will be a meeting. I feel like he has strong feelings for you. But it may take time for you to figure out where you go from there. You come up with the 4 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the High Priestess. Yes, there's passion there, but you have to take it slowly and stay with your feelings, stay with yourself as well. He shows up with the Queen of Wands, Page of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. Won't be easy. Needs negotiation, patience, and time. You have to be pulling in the same direction. You have to both want the same thing. The Magician. Needs to be negotiation between you. You need to work out if this can be what you both want it to be. Don't just give away your power. Make sure this is right for you. Make sure it can endure and take it slow. I hope that makes sense for you. Tara Mercury, may I have a card for love or anything else you sense, please? Okay, Tara, let me feel into your energy. Tara Mercury. It's positive. It's positive. And it is love predominantly, although it plays out in other areas. It's what you're manifesting. It's what you're attracting. Setting your sights really high. King of Cups. Want the real thing, the whole package. Want the money as well. And the home. Want it all in place. You don't necessarily believe you can have it. 9 of Cups. You repeat it, but it becomes wishful thinking. I feel you're absolutely moving towards that at this time, Tara. You absolutely are. However, you don't quite believe it. You don't quite believe in yourself. You don't quite show yourself the love that you need to make it happen. 2 of Cups is in shadow. So this is where you get a bit stuck. So your hermit work for this weekend, Tara. Which parts of yourself aren't you loving? And therefore, which parts of yourself are not with you? Which parts of yourself have you not loved until they're allies to you? Because you might sabotage yourself and there's no need to. 10 of Pentacles, you can have it all. It can be beautiful and fertile, but don't put pressure on yourself. Don't put pressure on the situation, but get in touch with those more neglected parts of yourself because they hold the key to unlocking those things that you're desiring. And it is love, but it's everything else that you want that goes with it. I hope that makes sense for you, Tara. Thank you also so much for being here. Thank you also so much for asking questions, for the atmosphere that you create here. It is a reflective period. It is work. Life gets easier when you do it. Take the time to do that inner work this weekend. It will help you so much. Please remember to subscribe and enable notifications, and please like and share the video, and please comment on the video if you get the chance. If you'd like to book a personal reading, my details are in the box below. If you'd like to leave me a donation, my details are in the box below. If you'd like to get in touch with me for any other reason, if you'd like to connect with me, collaborate with me, interview me, book me for an event, or anything else whatsoever, get in touch. Very happy to work with you in whatever way. I'm going to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Do the work, but don't be harsh on yourselves. Okay? I'll see you all again probably on Sunday, and I'll probably be doing an eclipse video after that as well. Have a great weekend. Thank you for being here.